Hey guys, today we have a video that I have been anticipating for a while now. This one is for the new version of the Typhoon, the T2 spinner by Spintoyco. Back in the early days of my spinner journey, I did a video on the original Typhoon, which was really popular. It was a unique take on the hand spinner in a time when the market was just starting to grow. Now, with the release of the new version, the T2, Spintoyco has made some really great changes to the design that increase the functionality and give it a cooler look. Some elements remain the same, like the basic shape of the spinner and the weights, and it's still made from aircraft aluminum that has killer anodizing. This gunmetal and black combo looks very rugged and hardcore. I love it. Another feature that made it to the T2 are the arc cuts on the end that create a dramatic spin effect. So, what's new on the T2? Well, a lot, and it's all pretty spectacular. For starters, the button has been changed from the original, which was a pentagon shape, to had rounded cuts for a nice finger hold. The T2's button is circular with some really nice knurling on the side, so you're not limited to those certain spots for holding. Pretty much anywhere you grip it, that knurling makes for a very solid hold, so I really welcome that change. The next change with the T2 is that the button and bearing now have this plate on top of the body that allows you to grab it from both sides and spin it in a more traditional way. The plate also has a hex bolt on top, which allows you to remove the button and have access to the bearing. And that bearing is a full ceramic 608 bearing, which has been mounted in here with Loctite, but you can freeze the spinner and tap it out with the right size socket. Or if you happen to have a handy bearing press, you can just throw it on there and tap it right out. Being full ceramic, it's unlikely that you'll need to change the bearing, but it's nice to know that the option is there. The new button and plate system is a really welcome change, but probably the coolest new thing about the T2 is that it implements a neodymium magnet in the button. That means you can stick the T2 to a metal surface that responds to magnetic fields. How freaking cool is that? But wait, there's more. Spintoyco also sends along a magnetic mounting plate with some putty so you can create a magnetic attachment to any flat surface. The last change is cosmetic, but still pretty cool. The top of the T2 has this new machined bar that adds a nice look to the spinner and helps add some depth to the spin effect. Alright, several minutes in and we haven't even discussed the spin on this spinner. So let's go down that road. This isn't a long spinner, being a 608 bearing, and it's not really a freaky fast fidgeter given the length and shape of it. It's in its own category that I like to call a skill spinner. My favorite method is to hold the button with 3 fingers like a pen and use the 4th finger to spin it. It takes some practice to get the hold just right, but when you do, it's very satisfying. You can spin it the traditional way, but that might be cumbersome if you have small hands, especially like me. Table spins work great, and now with that plate on top, it's much more secure for a nice solid spin. That new machined bar in the design on top also gives you a great place to flick from one-handed. Overall, the T2 from Spintoyco is an impressive improvement over the original Typhoon. What I enjoy the most about it is that it is so different from every other spinner out there. It's probably my favorite desk spinner, and now with the magnetic additions, it can be mounted anywhere. Not to mention the machining is gorgeous and it has a very striking look to it. You can pick one of these up from Spintoyco's website, and that link will be in the description below. One thing I forgot to mention is that the T2 is very nice for button spinning if that's your thing. This style is just so unique, I recommend anyone having one in their collection. If you are interested in joining an awesome group of people, I help run the Daily Fidget on Facebook. We chat, run raffles, giveaways, and just have a great time with each other. We also add people constantly, so anyone is welcome to join and hang out with us. That link will be in the description below as well. Alright, thank you for watching, and if you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing by clicking the button on the left, and by watching some of the other spinner reviews here on the right. Because without you guys, this doesn't happen.